Hey you guys, I'm doing a quick tutorial. It's 2 a.m. so I'm talking kind of low. Doing a quick tutorial on how to mix your resin proper. I don't have tutorials that often because I'm so busy, and when I do make resin or something, it's usually to wind down. It's my thing to keep me calm and have fun. So, not saying that showing you guys how to do is not fun. I thought I would make you guys one since I don't have one, and I know a lot of you guys are pros at this because I have you guys, like Zen, Tattoo Cookie. You guys know how to do it. Also, the people I don't want to forget, but if I sit here and go through all the names, I'm going to be here for a long time. So what you'll need is you'll need a measuring cup, or like I like to use, is I buy these disposable little cups, and you're going to need a pen and a marker. Popsicle stick, which I'm holding in the air, I don't know why. The resin part 1, part 2. You're going to need glitters. Well, we're not going to use glitters, I have them set up for later. And you're going to need your molds that you're working on. I have one that's already has the first layer, and it is a popsicle stick with the checker pattern. Plain hearts that I'm going to start on. And I think I have, my mustache molds that I'm going to test out with this new stuff that I'm using. And yeah, so basically what the marker is, if you have these cups, which I have, is to mark how much I'm going to use, and I already did that. I should put something right here to be white and plain, huh? But I don't have time for that. Yeah. I'm going to be going to bed soon. Keep on yawning. So I'm going to pour part 1. I only have 10 minutes to do this, so I'm going to rush because I never make it. I'm going to pour part A in there. And this cup is going to be my measuring cup, and the second cup, I only need 2 cups because the second cup's going to be my mixing cup. So I do it right to the line. And you're also going to need tissue paper. I usually like to wipe my containers off because the resin gets kind of sticky and icky. And I know I'm running low on resin, as you can see, but I bought another bottle yesterday. It's a smaller one of this, but it's okay. It'll last me until next paycheck. So what I'm doing right now is I'm mixing that in my second cup, and this is my measuring cup. This is to make sure I get even parts. Yeah, I used to use measuring cups and yeah, the little like medicine cups. I love those, but here's the thing with those. They're so small that you can only measure so much resin, and yeah, these might look small to you, but they're a lot bigger than those ones. And I tried bigger cups, but the bottoms of them, they're a lot more trickier than these ones. And then you waste a lot of resin. It sticks to the sides in the cup, so the smaller the better, but the too small, the more you knock out. I have times where I have knocked out resin out of those cups and got very mad at myself, and then that resin didn't cure because it's not equal parts. I could have knocked out part A or part B. So there's part 1. I'm going to move that to the side. I'm going to get this cup that I poured before, and why you're thinking I just don't pour it in there is because it's not equal parts. I have seen some people be able to mix it off the top of their head, but I'm not that good. My resin will not come out good, and I'd waste a lot of money doing that. So I'm pouring this one to the line too. And also, somebody said to me, why don't I just mark both cups at the same line and then just pour them and then mix them together? Yeah, you could do that too, but guess what? There's one cup gonna have less than the other one. This way, they both get equal because some's sticking to this cup and another one's sticking to this cup. So I'm gonna pour this one on top. I know I normally have music playing, but it's late again. And when you play music late at night, it like travels through the house, so last time my uncle thought I was in my room having a party. He's weird. But I love him. He was like, what song was that? That was a good song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix both parts equally. And the way you know you mix the right one, because one time I put, think part A and part A again, and I didn't realize, because I had color in it, that I didn't do this. It's going to turn like this off-white color, and that's good. And you want to basically mix it until it turns clear again. And you want to make sure you scrape the sides, which I am doing. And for a beginner, after you mix these, in these cups, they also say it's a good idea to get another cup and pour it all in there and get a new popsicle stick and mix that again. Because once you know how to do it, you get used to it. But in the beginning stages, I did mess up on a lot, and maybe one day I'll show you all the mess ups. Still to this day, I still have pieces that have not cured, have just funny. And like once in a blue moon, I'm able to fix them, but so I'm gonna rush a little bit because I'm at 6 minutes and I can only do 10 on my phone. I wish you guys can see this. I'm sorry, guys, if you can't. I'm scraping the sides. Why? Because the resin does stick to the sides, and I'm also gonna scrape this stick because the resin will stick to the stick. And as I'm doing so, I can still see that off-white color come off now and mix in the other one. Basically, what's happening is the two chemicals are like reacting to each other. And for you guys that know this, this stuff heats up a little bit after mixing it for a while. It's a weird thing that I noticed. And you're only supposed to mix this to 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. You don't want to handle it too long, they say, because then you can not be effective, but I make sure I get all the sides, because if you don't get all the sides and then when you start pouring in your things, you're going to start scraping into one of your molds, and maybe the top is mixed really well, but that bottom one that you just scraped into another mold, some of them might cure and some not. And yeah, when I was a beginner, that happened to me. I'd have one mold that did, the sides would cure and then the middle would be like sticky, icky, and like it was just a waste. And yeah, your thing's gonna have bubbles because by mixing it, you're gonna retain some bubbles, and you can see it's not that off-white color anymore. It's kind of clear, and you can see the bubbles. The bubbles will eventually float to the top, and then also when you pour it in your thing, you can pop them or use a straw. I've used a straw times and blown, and then I've also used a toothpick and pick. Also, I had this like in like I think it was 8th or 9th grade. We had to dissect. No, it was junior, sophomore year, but we bought the kit like in like 10th grade, and you had to dissect an animal. Like usually they do frogs and stuff, and ours was supposed to be like a guinea pig or a rabbit. And thank goodness that basically going around the school there was like a protest, and I went to Huntington Beach High School for that year, and there was this form and a lot of people were signing it of they didn't want to do it, but you had to pay for this kit, and it's like really sharp pudding thing, and I use this. It went to use because I paid like a lot of money for the little kit to dissect things, and I'm using it for resin now. I didn't have to dissect it, so I don't think no animal was damaged with it. A couple weeks ago, I was going through some boxes and stuff. My uncle mentioned that, and he was like, "It still has a price tag on that. How much did we spend? What is it?" And he's good with tools, but he can hurt himself. So I'm gonna pour this, and I'm gonna stop the video because it's gonna go over the time, and I'm gonna do a part 2.